Hey guys, what's up? It's Apollo here. Hope you guys are doing well. And today we've got another battle in 3rd Age Total War Reforged. Now this is a custom scenario made by Horton. So a big thank you to Heath and all the players present here in making this making this battle possible. And this is going to be a cool one because it's set in the 4th Age. I know the title says 3rd Age, but yeah, well, it is 3rd Age, but yeah, the battle is in the 4th Age. And I don't think we know too much about the 4th Age. I could be wrong, but I don't think there was a lot written about it. So again, don't quote me on that. So this is a made-up scenario, and we have the Orcs seeking revenge, trying to bring down mankind to revenge Sauron and make Melkor happy, I suppose. So they call themselves the spawn of Sauron. They will be represented by Mordor, which makes sense. So we got some Mordor orcs. They've, after a couple years, have gathered up an army, and they're ready to just bring everyone down. So that's our scenario. Now, at the beginning of this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about just what if kind of question of like, what do you think happened to the orcs after the War of the Ring at the beginning of the 4th Age? Were they just like mass executed, genocide? Or was Aragorn an understanding king and he was like, hey, let's try to integrate them into society? And then over time, since orcs aren't really a true race, I mean, they're corrupted elves, so you'd think over time they would slowly evolve back into elves. I mean, I was going through so many different points that we could be here for hours, so I don't want to hold you up. I want to get straight to the battle, but I'm thinking about making a video about that topic just for fun. I mean, I could be completely wrong because I don't know 100% of the lore, so I think it'd be interesting to talk about that. So if you want to leave in the comments, just say, write up a 300 paragraph comment about just what happened to the orcs or what you think, because it's all speculation because we really don't know. But anyways, let's look at the army comps, and then we can get started with the fight. So we're going to start with the attackers. There's multiple orc armies. The first one is commanded by Happy Meal. He's got a lot of Uruk halberds and Uruks, and he's also got some cave trolls in the very back. And he's got another small force in the very back as well. And then way in the back, we have Maestro. He is also leading Mordor. So again, very similar army of trolls and Uruks, Uruk halberds, archers, pretty solid forces. They're also bringing some Númenórean shield guard. Let's move on to the next army, which again, well actually these are the orcs of the Misty Mountains, commanded by Sir Peter Pineapple. He's bringing a lot of goblins, a lot of heavy goblins. They're kind of spread out amongst the battlefield here. So black Uruks of the mountains, and then we have snow trolls and a lot of great infantry in the front lines, like heavy goblin infantry and some pretty cool mountain orc or Uruk pikes. So they look pretty cool. I love to see orcs with pikes and stuff. It looks awesome. And then way over here on the flank, you can see on the mini map, we got the final attacking army, and look how grand this army is. Once again, Mordor, commanded by Bobbington, bringing archers, Uruk archers. He's got orc band and some Uruk halberds and some Uruks with the more elite troops like Sauron's Will, which, you know, at this point in the 4th Age, Sauron's Will is not that intimidating. And then over here, he's got some Olog High, and he's also, yeah, I think that's actually it. So pretty cool force. Let's move on to the defenders. So there's 3 defending armies, and each army's defending a certain section of the settlement. So in the center, we have Gondor, commanded by the creator of the scenario, which is Horton. He's bringing a lot of great troops from all over Gondor. So Gondor infantry, some dismounted Swan Knights, Dol Amroth units, Wardens of the White Tower. So we're going to see a lot of great Gondor units on the battlefield. Then on the flanks, we have the Kingdom of Arnor, commanded by Cannon Fodder. Well, he's only commanding one army on this side of the flank. So again, Arnor bringing solid infantry. He's got men-at-arms, he's got dismounted Dunedain Knights, some archers, pikemen. So it's just a great all-around very solid army. He's even got some stakes on the battlefield. Let's now move on to the other side now. The final army, which again is Arnor, commanded by Son of Imladris. He's bringing very similar army, Dunedain, battle-ready Dunedain, men-at-arms, archers, pikes. He's got, I think this is his general, which is a Dunedain bodyguard. I love these guys. They've got more of a darker color, you know, camouflage, and they've got these really almost like elven-looking bows. So pretty cool stuff. That's it for the army comp, so we can go ahead and start the battle. So it looks like it's going to start right here with this flanking force. If you look on the minimap, the Bobbington army is moving up. A lot of Orc maulers and archers and just really everybody pushing forward, staying in loose formation because he wants to avoid losing too many men to the Arnorian archers, which is pretty wise. Now, he might want to wait a little bit until his allies get a little bit closer. That way they can put pressure on the defenders on multiple different points. So it's like if he went in alone, if he attacked alone, then he could easily get focused down and just wiped out before his teammates even show up. So I think it's pretty important that he just, takes his time, let his army look intimidating, right? I mean, there's a lot of psyche to battles, and you just got to show the enemy that you got this massive army. You've got a lot of orcs. The orcs aren't done yet, and they're here to party. They're here to bring down your civilization. So here they are, the Orc Archers, still not quite in range. Let's see, the Archers of Arnor. Look at the formation. I love I love this. I wish we would see more of this, where they've got just makeshift defenses and stakes and little wooden walls where they can hold strategic choke points. And I love just the shield wall. I'm hearing some arrows. Who's firing? I think it's right here. Yep, the Arnorian heavy archers releasing hell upon the orcs. Let's see another volley. Come on. Give us some love. There it goes. There it goes. They're going to now focus down. It looks like some orc raiders. Really, they're just trying to kill anything that they can shoot at this point. So the orcs are now going to advance and get their words, man. What is going on today? Their cheaper orcs into the front line. And tried to slowly chip away at the defending army. Back over here, though, we've got another force advancing forward. Happy Meal. He has some archers kind of using this ridge. This is actually a really good angle because it's going to be very difficult for the defending archers, the Gondorian archers, to really bring down these orcs. So he's using this ridge, and most of the arrows are getting over the top of the ridge, and oh my god. He is wiping out those pikemen who are just out of position and getting shot in the back. He's really clumping up his troops. He's got to be careful there. He needs to get some archers over here, which he does. So he's going to try to fire back and try to silence those orc bows. And then we can real quick look on the other side, way over here. We've got the orcs of the Misty Mountains, still not too close to the settlement, so they still have a little bit of time before they advance forward. I love this random circular defense. It's all right, put up some makeshift barricades. Why did you make a circle? What is this? We could have used this in the inner streets to make nice barricades, but instead you're making some circle defense. What is that gonna do? But yeah, they're gonna hold these inner streets and hopefully defend the town center against this army. Let's see, have they advanced forward here? Not yet, not yet. Maybe they're trying to get the defenders to waste their ammo on the Orc Band and the Orc Raiders, and then they can save their elite Uruks for the to finish the job and slaughter the infantry. But also, let's not forget that they can flank around. No, they can't. They can't. Look at that. Or can they go there? They might be able to go through this gap right here. But yeah, it's going to be very mazy for the attackers to be able to get through here and attack these guys. But over in the center, it's a little bit, yeah, it's much more open. Oh, now we've got the catapults firing at the Dol Amroth archers. Lots of arrows are exchanging through the skies. And the spears are also using some terrain to protect them against enemy archer fire. Attacking archer fire. Oh, another catapult shot goes through the tree. Look, that was like a field goal right through the tree, getting tons of kills, killing about 10, 15 of them. And they are losing this skirmish because of that catapult. So well-positioned catapult. Happy Meal doing a pretty good job with his archers as well. Ooh, wow. Look at these guys. Numenorian Shadow Guard. Beautiful. Nice. Love it. Love it, love it. It looks so awesome. So they're doing a good job of scaring off Gondor, making it difficult for them. Again, nobody's committed infantry into the fight just yet. Everybody's just kind of they're just kind of not tipping, but they're dipping their toes into shallow water. Just seeing how the water feels, just seeing how warm it is. If it's too hot, if it's too cold, maybe they gotta wait. or maybe they just got to rush in. They just got to figure it out. So this is like really the chess, like, mind games are going on. Just looking at the pieces, looking at the strategies that they could use and try to predict the future moves of their enemies. So pretty cool stuff. But the Misty Mountain, the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, they've got a very important role. I think it's going to be very important for them to do well in this battle because the fact that the other side is so well defended, and it doesn't seem there's too much over here. So if they can really cause some chaos and cause some issues for the defenders, it's going to be pretty difficult. But look at this town. I mean, there's just like choke points everywhere, but there's a lot. So we're going to see a lot of good fighting. Look at the pikemen set up here. This is fantastic. So still waiting. All right, guys, so welcome back. I made a cut there because we were just waiting. We were waiting for the armies to get ready in advance. And finally, we have some orcs here who are going to exactly do that. They are advancing, they're charging, and they are about to embrace the shield wall of Arthedain men-at-arms. So finally, we get our first clash of infantry. And again, let me make it clear that what the attacking armies were doing, they were doing what I was saying, what was important at the beginning of the video, that they've got to attack all at the same time. So they were all waiting for their armies to get in the correct position so they can push on multiple angles and overwhelm the defenders, or hopefully overwhelm the defenders. We also have the, the Mount Uruk pikes are getting chewed up over there. So he's going to send them behind this very cool looking medieval building. So he's going to use that as shelter, get behind there. And again, the archers are going to continue to sit back and try to suppress the enemy before they fully advance their infantry. Nice. Beautiful. All right, let's head back over to this fight because I think this army is also... Yes, indeed. The armies are advancing. So the orcs are now going to fight their hearts out and try to break through these positions. It's going to be really challenging for this army who's fighting cannon fodder, who's leading the Arnorians on this side. It's going to be difficult for them because of just the thin, tiny pathways they're going to have to fight through. So it's going to be a tough situation. He's now sending Orc Marauders maybe to a different side. He also has his Olog High. Yes, he's also fighting this way. There's a little bit of a lighter defense, but it's ever so much lighter. It's not exactly going to be easy to get through, but he's got to use those trolls. I think it's important to use the trolls, break through this defense, and be able to push into the inner streets. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. Oh, nope, they're using the trolls on this side. There they go. There they go. Keep pushing them. Keep going. Keep going. Go to the back ranks. You can run through the pikes as well. Trolls are considered infantry, so pikes, I mean, they'll do some damage, but it's not like they're going to wipe them out if you charge them into pikes. Watch out for the stakes there, buddy. I could see orcs just running into stakes. I mean, they're pretty mindless fools. It's like, man flesh. Stake right through the neck. Pretty gruesome. Pretty gruesome stuff. There's the charge of the Olog High, finally breaking through the pikes and just making a path for the orc infantry. And they're losing a lot of numbers trying to break through this defense. Still over here, nice fight. Great push from Happy Meal, using the trolls like his ally, and he might be able to... Oh yeah, he's silencing the archers. The archers are stuck in here with the pikes. Cannon fodder needs to get his archers out of there because archers are going to be so important later on in the late stages of the battle. But yeah, the pikes, they're holding the line. They realize that they have to protect this flank because if they do not protect it, he will be able to send... Actually, wait. He actually has to run through the street down this way to send reinforcements to help his ally. So, yeah, there's that. Let's go back to the other sides of the battle, just so we're not missing anything. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're missing a little bit here. There's some archers who got wiped out by, I assume, defending archers. And the orcs are now trying to attack kind of like the opening of this pike formation. Excuse me, sorry. Pike formation, and trying to overwhelm and just sneak some orcs in there and just, you know, break a gap in the defenses, which is exactly what they're doing. Look at that. Just rushing down these forces, rushing down the Arnorian heavy infantry. And that's going to cause some issues for the integrity of the front line because, well, it's crumbling right now. They can recover, they can patch it up and just try to form a better formation to defend this front line. But this is going to be like the most challenging place to defend because of how wide open it is. So, oh wow, look at this. Orcs just sneaking by. Oh yeah, we got a fight over here too. So the defenders, and I'm really sorry about the choppiness. We're actually gonna, let's slow it down a bit. A bitch. I legit said bitch. Okay. I combined bit and I don't even know. Let's slow it down a bit, okay? Don't add the TH, a bit. Okay, so we're doing 0.6 speed because it's kind of helping our frames because, again, the size of the battle, how old the engine is. But yeah, they're doing so poorly here. The defenders are trying to hold on to this location. And we'll head back over here where, yeah, the defense is a little bit stronger. But again, they are losing the integrity of the front line, just being overwhelmed by all these orcs. In the fight, Gondor still holding on, but only just. I mean, they're going to be outflanked by some Numenorean shield guard. Happy Meal committing a lot of troops. And look at this. They don't even care about the front line. We've got Morgul's Chosen, who is just trying to run through the pikes. And now, oh my god, look at all these orcs, man. They're pushing through. They're getting behind. They're attacking the Dol Amroth, who are like a rear guard. So they're trying to break this lines, but, you know, Gondor's holding true for a while, for now. Some Dol Amroth pikemen, they're doing a good job. They should be able to win this engagement. Let's go back over to this the center side where Gondor has sent over some Gondor spearmen, some reinforcements to try to contain the orcs who are rushing through the streets. So this has been a pretty great battle so far. But I don't know if Arnor, I mean, the pikes are doing a good job. They're holding the line. So I think Mordor, what they might have to do here is actually send up some archers to deal with the pikemen. Let's go speed it up a little bit. Yeah, pikemen are going to be pretty tough to deal with. And oh my god, look at this Bobbington sending, what is this, 2-3 units of Uruks who are just in the face of these Dunedain Wardens. The Wardens are just like, oh my god, there's too many. I can't hold the line anymore. And that's why they're just all like mixed up and spread out. They've spread out. So I don't really see, I mean, the Dunedain Wardens, oh wait, no, look, they're just running past them. They're just running past them to join the fight in the center. So wow, they're really trying to break down this defense because they want to send over reinforcements and support this fight, which is still going on over here. The Olog High still doing everything they can to break through. But so far, it looks like a pretty solid defense from Arnor. Cannon fodder doing a pretty good job. Back here, he's still holding pretty true. He's holding strong. Again, it's a pretty easy defense to hold because there's only like 3 choke points they have to worry about. But we've got more Uruk halberds going towards the front line, so they're sending more and more reinforcements. They're not going to give up just yet in breaking down this defense. And another fresh wave of reinforcements about to join the fray. And look at this. Look at Arnor is just, they're slowly running out of troops. So it might be time to just give up on this location and fall back to the inner streets of this defense. But the archers are just like, it's like, dude, I don't want to scare you, okay? But there's an there's an Olog High right next to you. Okay, maybe if I just keep firing my bow, he won't know I'm here. Well, seriously, like, is this normal that these men are not responding or not reacting to this giant troll that's kicking them in the gut and in the shin? This guy, at least this guy's fighting him. Oh, look, he kicked him in the shin. He's like, oh, you bastard. Beautiful. Oh, the pikes are retreating. Arnor is falling back. Or maybe he's just falling back to kill these orcs. Or the trolls, excuse me. Let's head back over to, look at this street battle. Dust everywhere. Another pike line, making it very difficult. I think this is actually the same pike line from before. Making it very difficult for Mordor to break through. Uh-oh, only half the enemy force. So it might be Arnor who's down to half their men. Gondor still holding this strategic choke point. Let's see what's going on the other side. Still a huge, look at this. This is just This is just pure orc formation. What is that formation? Blob. Blob in numbers. Overwhelm your opponent. Look, the spears are still alive, still holding this front, which is insane. But they are outflanked, and they should break pretty soon, or die pretty soon. Pick your, well, it's their choice, really. There's a fight in the yard of this, like, armory. I don't know what this is. It looks like a stables. So yeah, look, there's some orcs in the stable. Look at that. They're like, no horses here. You know, whenever there's no man flesh, they eat horse flesh. So yeah, you can run through the buildings. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like they're running through the doors, you know. I know it's kind of like they're more like going through the walls, but don't question it. All right, the orcs are just overwhelming the defenses over here. It's not really surprising because right away it seemed like they were just doing a great job of just butchering these men who are holding this side. But there's still a lot of Gondor and Arnor. Oh, wait. Holy crap. We've got a troll in the town center. Troll in the town center. What is he doing? How did he... I guess he just... Oh, wow. This is concerning, guys. This might be the main objective right now, or what the defenders need to focus on, because this is the closest path to the town center. So they might have to send up some reinforcements, which they are. They've got some men-at-arms rallying to the call. They're gonna form a nice, hopefully a shield wall, which will buy more time. Dol Amroth archers, maybe they're charging in to slow them down so the men-at-arms can form a shield wall, or the men-at-arms are just gonna charge. Yeah, they're just gonna charge in. So now they've got to fight and hold this line for the town center. Now let's see how the fight is. How it's going over here. Pikes, amazingly enough, are still holding. You got this blob of orcs. Look at this. This is insane. This is way too many orcs in one area. This is a great way to make your army very tired when they don't have to be tired. But yeah, they're trying to kill the Dunedain wardens. The wardens are amazingly still alive, but they've got 21 men left. Back here, more men. Arnor oh, this is pretty cool. Arnor forming a shield wall, and they're about to face the Uruk halberds. Here they go. Come on, Uruk halberds. Join the fight. And I think, let's see. Oh, they are firing. Is that a defensive catapult? Yes. So they've got a lot of defenders back here in strategic locations. So this catapult could chew up a lot of troops, but they got to be careful not to kill their own men. There we go. I was looking for it all game. Just a good old fantastic artillery bombardment. That was a great hit, and the orcs need to move quickly. They need to defeat these men quickly, or they are going to get chewed up by that catapult. And it's still greatly in favor of the attackers. Now, actually, the defenders have lost more men percentage-wise than the attackers. So that's never a good sign, or if you're rooting for the defenders. But they definitely need to send up more men, which they are. They've got battle-ready Dunedain, some Arnorian archers. Again, is there a pathway? Okay, there is technically a pathway they can use to try to break through, but we've got some dismounted Dunedain knights who are holding this position. Now, can they not send troops down this little path? I don't know if there's like an invisible wall, but they should think about sending men there. There's also a small unit of men-at-arms, about 35, fighting some archers, some Uruk archers, which is pretty smart. You want to take out as many archers as possible. So let's head back over to the main fight. My God, this push! Look at that. This might be a little premature from the from Mordor, from the orcs, because I think they shouldn't. Oh boy! Yeah, that was a great hit. Oh, here comes another one. A little bit too far. I think they should wait to push so hard, because they should wait for this side to break through. Which I guess technically they're already breaking through. I mean, they're really doing some damage against these guys. And this army's pretty healthy. I mean, they did not lose a lot of troops in that beginning phase. And of course, they've got the catapults supporting their advance, supporting their attack. We got a lot of back reserves. I mean, it might be time to get these back reserves near the town center because, well, the town center might be in jeopardy. It might be in danger of being captured. But now we've got some snow trolls from the Misty Mountains, I believe. Pretty sure. Yeah, the Misty Mountains are helping out the Mordor Orcs. It's so great to see everyone together and united. These Orcs looking out for each other in a time of men. These men. So yeah, if they break through here, they can easily take out this defense. But they got to be careful because there's a lot of archers up here. And I guess they could use this pathway as a little path to get to the town center. So Fountain Guard are advancing. They're going to the town center. They realize that, oh my god, yeah. Red alert, guys. Red alert. You've got to get men over there quickly. You've got to try to defend this. This is a problem. We've got a problem here. Even some orcs are trying to kill the men. Oh, some archers who are near the town center. Actually, is this the general? Oh yeah, it's the general, the Uruk bodyguard, right in the thick of it, which is a little risky because, again, if you lose your general, obviously your army will lose morale, so you got to be careful about that. But taking out archers, I think it's worth the risk. This is a very good archer unit too, so if you can take them out, it's going to save a lot of orc lives. Oh my god, in Arnor, holding like a bunch of champs. Look at that, that catapult really thinned the orc numbers. And now the pikes are advancing, about to embrace the orc numbers. Let's see, the percentages are getting a little bit closer, but it's still in the advantage of the orcs. And let's see, we've got archers over here. Yeah, some orc archers. I think they're trying to kill the back ranks. Yeah, I think they were fighting some archers from Arnor. Do they have any more troops? They actually have a pretty solid number of reserves. These are like the elite troops waiting to go in until like they have to, basically. Archers still fighting these men-at-arms. See what's going on at the gate. There's a lot of stuff going on. But, you know, I think the orcs are pushing a little too hard here. And they're also taking on the Haven Guard, which is an insane unit. Like, they're so good. So I think he's just kind of slowly killing off his army here. So he might want to just slow down a little bit. Wait to send up some reinforcements. They've got to get, like, this army needs to push and attack the town center from a different angle. They've got to go quick. They've got to move fast. But they're fighting under this tree to the death. Archers in the back lines putting down, oh, these are actually crossbows. And of course we have the catapult. Oh, some catapult fire from the defenders. Beautiful, beautiful. Guess there's a little bit of a fight here. Or is this mostly I think these guys just died from archers. So now we have heavy goblin archers trying to answer back. Actually, hold on, maybe not. See, there's a, see, I guess they just, can they walk through? I guess that, yeah, they can walk through the buildings. Okay, it's like, how did these guys get here? I don't get it. But nice defense. I mean, there's just small, like, this fight is all over the place. There's small little pockets of fighting everywhere, and every single fight is so vitally important for both armies. Go, Pikes, go. You got this. Snow trolls have gotten to the back lines. The back lines of these Arnor men-at-arms. Blackwatch, heavy goblin infantry. He's pushing up some elites. Look at these dual-wielding swordsmen. Oh, and the catapult! Getting a good hit on these archers. These archers are in a very good spot, putting down a great vantage point, putting down a lot of fire. A lot of arrow fire. Oh my god, look at what's left. And they still have some Olag High and like elite Numenorians. There's no way. There's no way these defenders can hold out. There's just so many. Look at all the fresh Uruks now going into the fray. Insane. Into the fray one last time, Orcs. One last time. There's the Uruks. And they were able to stand victorious against the main Orc assault. All the Orcs have fallen trying to take this location, but again, it's only just begun because they will have more Orcs upon their position any time now. Pretty soon from this side of the battlefield. Look at this. Oh yeah, we've got peasant archers who are holding the line and trying to keep back these Orcs. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it though. I mean, well, obviously the peasants are going to die, but overall in the battle, I don't know if Arnor is going to be able to hold on to this one. They're going to need a miracle. They're going to need some pretty impressive artillery hits. Really impressive artillery hits. But it's nice to see that the frames are getting a little bit better as more and more of these soldiers die. See, still got some pikes. Got a lot of defenders still near these watchtowers, these defensive hills. So as an Orc army, I wouldn't even go for these hills. I would just go for the town center because these look very difficult to take out, especially with the catapult putting down a lot of heavy fire on these Orc Archers. So, oh, yep, you gotta watch out for that. So yeah, he is advancing. He's gonna try to, I guess he's gonna try to take on this hill, so it's gonna be a pretty bloody engagement. So there he goes, charging in more men. The catapult, of course, it gets a great hit when there's another one. So yes, this is what I'm talking about. Just ignore this area. Just don't go near it. Just go somewhere else. Attack somewhere else because you're losing a lot of men. And look at this, the pikes, the original pikes who have been fighting here this entire time, still alive and doing well. That is amazing. Just pikes are so hard to kill when you can't get around them. I mean, that's what pikes are kind of made for. And look at the Orcs funneling through the streets, charging down, facing dismounted Dunedain Knights and some Dol Amroth pikemen. Back over here near the town center. Oh man, the Orcs are now making a bold push. Look at this, nothing standing in their way. A couple artillery hits, but this is going to be critical right here. Gondor needs to send in their reinforcements. They need to defend this town center before it's too late. They have only a small handful of troops. They've got to get the men back here in the reserve. Oh, and there's a lot of fighting still going on here. The Orcs in the Misty Mountains focusing their army, trying to take out this back flank. And then hopefully they can send over what they have left over towards the town center. But this has been a pretty tough battle for them. For the defenders, that is. Oh, wait, what's this? No, the Orcs are not going to take the town center. They're going for some Swan Knights. Maybe they're just trying to slow down the Swan Knights. That way they can buy time so they can capture the town center. Oh, and the catapult's got to get better hits than that. If the defenders are going to win this one, they need really good artillery hits. Here comes a charge of Uruks. Go, Uruks, go. So Gondor hanging on by a thread at the town center, but his men are still, I mean, the Wardens of the White Tower, very good unit, and they're doing quite well. They're doing very well. So they're holding on to the town center, and they're buying time, but are they sending in reinforcements? That's the question. No, these guys have still on the hill, fighting, now holding this location in the back parts of the town. Orc Archers. Oh, another good hit, and that's the general's unit. So here comes, I think this is like the final reserve of this force. Yeah, I believe so. All Orcs have been committed over to, oh my god, that's what I'm talking about. The percentages still in favor of the attackers, so it's a lot more of the defenders have died so far. 83% of their army, but 77% of the attacking army has fallen. Which is like, historically, I know this is fantasy, but historically talking, that's an insane amount of troops to die, like percentage-wise, in a battle. So yeah, the orcs are making their way, slowly but surely breaking down the defenses. He's got his more elite troops. Sauron's will, cutting down the dismounted Dunedain. Oh man, that artillery is causing some issues. Great, I mean, again, really the artillery is the lifeline to this defense. I mean, without the artillery piece, there's no way they're going to be able to win this one with just manpower, you know, with just like the infantry they have, the sorted infantry. Oh wait, we got trolls fighting over here. What's happening here? Still a little bit of a tussle here, but the Olag High supporting some Uruks. I don't know where this defense came from. I guess they kind of like pushed forward from the town center. So now the orcs are going to take advantage of that and try to take them out. Take them out quickly. More orcs pouring in. This time he has archers. So he might be, oh, this might be nasty, guys. He might be trying to fire his arrows into the backside of these Wardens of the White Tower, which is going to be a smart idea because you want to try to kill these guys with, you know, from far away. You don't want to send men up close and to take on these guys. Let's see. Actually, he's moving his archers somewhere else, though. And what? I mean, there's just fights everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's a fight just somewhere. It's beautiful. So there's a small, just like choke point being defended by some pikes. They are surrounded, and trolls are breaking through. He's really pushing his trolls towards the town center. Excellent. Okay, there goes the archers. Now they're setting up. Now they're firing the backs of these his wardens. Let's see. Oh, the Swan Knights are victorious. They butchered these Uruks. Oh, and the artillery coming down. So close to killing the Swan Knights. So the Swan Knights might actually be able to turn this one around. Got this random orc. He's like, get out of my face. Get out of my face, orc. I'm coming to save my town against your filth. There they go. They're charging in. Come on, charge. Charge, boys. Olag High. They're trying to stop the Swan Knights at this very critical moment. And the timer, I think we've been through about 30 minutes so far. In-game time, not real time, because we did make some cuts just to keep up with the pace of the battle. Yeah, so the Olag High are now focusing down the Swan Knights. The archers in the back are also focusing down the Swan Knights, trying to slowly chip away at their numbers. All right, let's see what else is happening here. Way over here, this fight. Wow. Wow, I don't think the orcs are going to be able to take this one. Yeah, this army, this orc army on this side is just way too weak to be able to take this hill. And it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Yeah, I think Arnor is going to be able to hold his ground. This is really good for the defenders because they're struggling elsewhere. And this part of the army needs to quickly go to the town center as fast as possible. Uh-oh, wait a second. Wait a second, what's happening over here? We've got the orcs pushing on this side of the hill, taking out the defenders, so it's actually going quite well for the orcs on this side. They were able to bring down the defenders, and look at all the Dunedain fallen. They put up a good stand. You can see the aftermath of that fight, the carpet of dead bodies, but you know, what can you do against such reckless hate? They're just not able to hold the line. And now we've got all these fresh troops, or not fresh, but, you know, victorious troops who can charge into the center, where the Swan Knights are still fighting their hearts out to try to hold on to the center position, you know, the town center. So it's really up to Arnor, I think, at this point. Arnor, he needs to get his men over to this town center and just join the fight. Just join, because if he doesn't get there in time, then the orcs are just going to be able to capture it and just take him out. So there goes our first general. First general has fallen to a nasty orc. And more orcs are... Oh, there goes another general. But it's a Nazgul. So it's a trade. The generals trade deaths. So one general for the good guys, one general for the bad guys. The Uruks are now sending in more... Or Mordor is sending in more Uruks to the town center. And the balance of power, 94 to 89%. So the percentages are actually getting closer as the battle goes on, but it might be too late. I mean, 95% of the defending force is dead. Not exactly a good situation. I mean, this is pretty much what's left of the defenders. Archers and a handful of infantry. So yeah, I think I don't want to say for sure because you never know. Miracles happen, but I think the defenders might lose this one against the attackers. Here's a great charge of a general from the general going after the Arnorian general, the Dunedain Steel Bowman. See, where is there's the Arnorian general. Oh, look at these giant axes. Go in, boys. Hold the ground. You hold this hill. No matter what. So we got just a nasty brawl here. No proper battle line. Troops fighting in this just mess of a fight. And I think, again, it's only a matter of time until Arnor... Well, technically, I don't know. Arnor still has a lot of troops here, but I think they're just going to... They're just going to send more and more men over here and be able... Oh, look at that. I saw that sneaky charge of Athelian Rangers. So we got the other... I think that's the Gondor general. He's fallen back as well. And did they capture the town center? Not quite. Not quite. No, there goes another general. Who was it, though? I don't know. I can't tell. Wait, I guess you can't capture the town center. Because the timer should be going right now. So maybe it is a fight to the death. So that makes more sense why the defenders weren't, like, urgently trying to defend the town center. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the defenders in the town center. Now it's all going to come down to this fight right here. Let's see how long the Kingdom of Arnor can hold against what's left of this forest, and maybe, just maybe, they can pull off a miracle. It's 91 to 96, so it's getting closer, but will it be enough? They've got to kill some generals. The only hope for the defenders is killing the generals and just a mass retreat, a mass chain rout. His Dunedain bodyguard doing very well as archers holding against the Uruk bodyguard. Not a surprise though, even the elite troops of orcs stand no chance to the elite troops of men. Here comes some black Uruks of the mountains. Some more men joining the fight. Now we got trolls, Orc Archers. Yeah, there's no way. There's just no way that they can win this one. Yeah, his men are getting tired, but that doesn't matter. Oh my god, now, oh yeah, we've got the Temple Guard now. There's no, yeah, you're not going to defeat the Temple Guard. You can defeat Orcs, but not the Temple Guard. And here's some Numenorian Shield Guard. They're joining the fight as well. So this is it, guys. This is the end of the fight. And we're going to go ahead and do ×2 speed as the Arnorian soldiers put up their final stand, which unfortunately will go in vain because they will all die. Trolls are not making this situation any better either. So yeah, it's surprising that they didn't bring down all the trolls at this point. I think the attackers are really smart with their armies. they didn't just blob up everyone and try to just take out one spot. They spread out their forces. They overwhelmed the defenders, and the defending artillery just couldn't get enough like good hits. And I feel like it was too much for the defenders to defend. They probably should have fallen back a little bit more and just tried to defend the inner streets. Again, I mean, look at this battlefield. I mean, there's fighting all over the place in this one. So, I mean, you can see like why the defenders lost, because there's just so much for them to defend and not enough men against all these orcs. So, very brutal situation for them. And here we go. Finally, the orcs can put their flag up and conquer this city. And it looks like the orcs are back in business in the 4th age. Back in business. So here's the results, guys. Pretty good kills from everyone. Wow, 5,000 from one of the Arnor players. I think that was cannon fodder. But good stuff by all the players. Here's all the kills, and then I'll show you the kills in detail. So thank you so much for joining me in this battle replay. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.